How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I am showing you kind of what I bought throughout the week in stocks, and I've ended up buying a good amount of stocks this week, and I bought a lot of different stocks, so I want to go over it. But before I start, this isn't meant to be a flex or anything like that. I'm lucky in my living situation, and this is a lot of money to some people. This isn't really anything to other people. So this is just more to show you the process of how I'm thinking about investing, what I want to invest in, and it's not meant to be advice, but just kind of something that you can take away from and maybe apply it to your own investing. So you should definitely stay till the end because I tally up everything that I've put in the market, and you might pick up something about either a stock or just a different way of thinking that you might not hear otherwise. So we'll get right into it. If you don't know, I am investing $5 for each new subscriber. Now there are a couple different reasons for this. So every new sub I get, I'm throwing in $5 into either my M1 portfolio or my Robinhood portfolio. Part of this is just to kind of give back and show you what a bigger portfolio can yield in dividends and then in gains, and part of it's just for me so that I can kind of dollar cost average a little bit better, because when I started investing in individual stocks several months ago, I got really excited and I would see a stock drop 5% and I'd throw a couple $100 in it maybe that day or something like that. This kind of just spreads it out for me a little bit easier, and I think it's just a fun thing to do. So I do think that there are good deals still now. With the stock market down just a few percent, I think that individual stocks yield maybe a better result than typical, just because you can kind of see inefficiencies in the market. So before we jump into what I bought, I do want to tell you, I do have links below to Robinhood and M1, also WeBull. So if you like how the apps are set up, or you want to invest and you haven't started investing, definitely check out those links below. You get free stock through Robinhood. You get $10 if you fund your account with M1. And then with WeBull, you get 2 free stocks, one up to $1,400. I ended up getting about $18 worth, and it took me maybe 10 minutes. So that's a very good return on your time. That's over $100 an hour. So I appreciate it, guys. I'll let you get back to it. It's definitely a good day in the market. So as you can see in my Robinhood portfolio here, I bought some Nordic American tanker stock this week. I made this portfolio out of my stimulus check. So I have just around how much you got from your stimulus check. I put some extra money in this week, but as you can see, all my stocks are up on the day except for 2, which is IIPR, and then the tanker stock that I bought, NAT, but I've still made money on both of them, I believe. But as you can see here, I bought Nordic American tanker stock the other day for about $5 a share, and I bought 20 shares. So some people were giving me a hard time because that isn't a lot of money for them. For me, that is enough risk that I'm okay taking it. Of course, that's not going to make me a ton of money in the short term or anything like that, but I just wanted to do it. I wanted to test it out, and I think NAT's got a lot of room to grow. They declared their 14-cent dividend, which is double what they had before, and they declared that back in March, about halfway through March. So I think that they have a lot of runway still. They've made a lot of money since March, so I think that that's a good buy at $5. It was up to $9 before. So I would definitely hold on to that one if you have it. I think it's going to go up from here, but I bought $100 worth, and that yields about $11.20 throughout the year. So I also bought WBA earlier this week, which is Walgreens Boots Alliance, and I bought about $42.57 worth, so that's 1 share. That pays me about $1.83 in dividends. So as you can see, there's nothing crazy. It's not like I'm getting paid $50 a year from an individual stock that I buy today or something like that. What I'm trying to do is slowly build up my dividend income and my capital gains over time, and that happens slowly. That's not something quick. Before we look at my M1 portfolio, if you guys don't mind subscribing below and hitting the like button, definitely helps. I've been getting a lot of likes recently. It's really been helping spread the channel, and I will continue to invest $5 more for every new subscriber. So if you want to see me invest more, subscribe below. I appreciate it, and I'll let you get back to the video. Thanks. So that's my Robinhood portfolio. I have a lot more in my M1 portfolio, as you can see. I have some good gains on the day, about 1.5%, and I've been able to transfer some of my stocks from a different Roth IRA into this one this week. So I have a large percent in the VOO fund now, which is just an S&P 500 fund. As you can see in this one too, most of my stocks are up on the day. and that's always nice to see. It makes it a little bit more difficult to figure out how you want to buy stocks, but I'd rather have it go up than down, I guess, overall. So if we go to my activity page, you can see I made a couple buys this week, and I had 4 buys from that transfer. I had it all in the S&P 500, then I took 500 out, and I put them in 3 different REITs there, so real estate investment trusts. I put it into the VNQ, which is the Vanguard Real Estate Index Fund. I also put it in O, which is Realty Income, a monthly dividend stock. And then I also put some in IIPR, which is a stock that I'm really bullish on. It is a medical marijuana REIT, and I think that they have a lot of room to grow and they pay nice dividends now. So I diversified into real estate a little bit more there. And then, as you can see, I had some new subscribers, so I invested $150 on Tuesday for the previous week's amount of subscribers. So I had actually gained 30 subscribers. So I had gone from 86 to 116 subscribers, and that was from a week's worth of new subscribers. And then I invested in these 4 companies. So I invested in Disney, Realty Income, JP Morgan Chase, and AT&T. I don't remember exactly how it broke down or why it broke down in pennies like this, but I'm happy with this. It grew my dividend income. Disney did cut their dividend, so I can't get any dividends from them now, but I think they'll bring that back once their parks reopen. And then I bought some more later that week. I bought some just today. I ended up buying Berkshire Hathaway, which I haven't bought in a long time, probably since I opened this portfolio maybe a month in, I stopped buying Berkshire. Part of that was just that I wanted more dividend income, and Berkshire doesn't pay any dividends. Part of it was just that I had invested a lot in them already. I think at one point they were weighted about 10 to 12% of my portfolio, so I didn't want to invest that much more in them. But now they've reached a point where I only have about 5% in them and I want to buy some more. And I'll give a shout out to Financial Education, because I watched his video yesterday on Berkshire and it brought back all the research that I had done previously on them. And they have a ton of cash. They're up to 137 billion, I believe, this quarter. So they've increased their cash position about 10 billion. Of course, they had to sell a bunch of airline stocks at a loss, but they still have a ton of cash sitting around. They have all these companies that they own outright, like Geico and Fruit of the Loom and some other companies too. And then they also own major stocks over right around 200 billion worth in other stocks like Apple, and they have a lot of just investments in general. So you're basically buying an index fund that also owns all these other companies, that also has a ton of cash to deploy right now. So they have a lot of different opportunity out there. If the economy gets worse, then they can take advantage. If it gets better, they'll make more money. So they're a good hedge play. So I bought $50 worth of them. I wanted to increase my position in Realty Income. They ended up having a good earnings report where they were able to collect around 83% of their rents, which some companies and some REITs like the mall REITs were right around like 15% of their rent they were actually able to collect last month. So Realty Income looks really good right now, their monthly dividend stock, and I have just a small amount in them, so I want to increase the position. Then I also increased my position in Qualcomm. They're a 5G stock that I've talked about a good amount on here. They pay a nice dividend, and I just wanted to get more in there because their weighting dropped down to right around 4% of my portfolio, so I wanted to throw a little bit more money at it. So between all these different stocks, I ended up buying 11 stocks this week, and that wasn't necessarily on purpose to diversify that much, but just kind of how it shook out. I see different opportunities on different days, and I always have to adjust because I want them spread out throughout my portfolio. I don't want to just see a good stock like IIPR and invest every day whenever I see it drop and continue to shovel money in that one company. I want to spread it out. So I invested just about $3,500, and a lot of that was the transfer. So about $3,000 of that was the transfer. About $477 was actually new money and new investments. So I end up getting about $100 worth of dividends throughout this. Now about half of that is from the major amount that I put in the index fund. So that index fund I invest in pays about $50, and I put $2,500 in it. I have another $1,000 I put in other stocks, and that gives me the other $50. So obviously the index fund doesn't pay as well as the other companies, but it's spread out a little bit more. It's a little bit safer play. So I invested in that. Now I invested $150 the first day because I went from 86 subscribers to 116. Then just about a day later, I went from 116 to 136. So I gained 20 subscribers. I put another $100 into that tanker stock, NAT. And then since then, I've gained 37 new subscribers as of this morning when I looked. So I put another $185 in. So I'm up to 173 subscribers. And I really appreciate everyone that's subscribing. I'm gonna keep on investing more, but I invested a good amount this week just in new money because of all the new subscribers. So I appreciate it, guys, for subscribing. I will continue to hopefully make great videos for you. If you like this one, hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys watching. Tell me what you're buying down below. Do you see any great stocks out there that I should be looking at or talking about? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.